welcome back. We took a short hiatus from the podcast, but we are back. You could blame it on a lot of things. You could blame it on Breath of the Wild.
Spring break, yeah.
Spring break. Orisa. Could have been anything, but we're back. Consistency is questionable, but is it ever not?
No, never isn't.
But we missed you boys. We missed this Tuesday. We missed you girls. We missed you transsexuals.
Okay.
And we missed
Transgender,
yeah.
All the genders, we missed you.
It's good to have.
If you're listening, we missed you.
Good having you back. But there's a lot of shit happened. Breath of the Wild came out, which we just mentioned. we played that a lot.
Orisa came out. There's a new Nintendo console. I don't know if anyone's heard about that.
Her name's Orisa, not Orisa.
The Nintendo console.
So Orisa.
Yeah, the Nintendo console.
So it's been pretty sold out. It's been really hard to get a Nintendo.
How's it pronounced?
Orisa.
Orisa.
She's got that Spanish flair.
It's African.
Yeah, she's African.
You inconsiderate fucking.
We're culturally sensitive here on this channel.
Yeah, I always thought Lucio was from New Bonny.
Really? No, he's Brazilian.
Yeah, he's Brazilian. I knew he was Brazilian.
I thought New Bonny was in Brazil.
No, that's African.
Nabandi.
New Bonny? That doesn't sound Brazilian at all.
That sounds pretty Brazilian to me.
New Bonny.
I don't think you know anything about Brazil.
I don't know anything about Brazil. You're true. You are true. You speak true words.
Yeah, I mean the music, even the music in the loading screen isn't too big of a giveaway that it's not a Brazilian place. It sounds either
Ethnic.
Latin or African. It's in between the two. It just sounds
It's pretty African.
I think they're the same damn country.
My cousins, like my aunt's from Brazil, so my cousins are half Brazilian, and there was one day I was babysitting them because they're like 7 to 10 or something, and they all started shouting at me in Portuguese.
Oh,
it was
gosh.
the scariest thing.
That sounds terribly stressful.
I have no idea what any of you said.
Being yelled at in a foreign language is
Always bad.
always scary, always uncomfortable. You don't know how urgent it is. You don't know if it's just mean-spirited. You don't know if they're like something
They were
behind
definitely
you.
making fun of me.
You should get that Google Translate app so you can just like pull it up when they start screaming at you and just be like, I got you now.
Yeah.
I got you. Fuck.
Just say all their shit and translate it to Portuguese.
Anyone who's ever not yelled at me, but also not in a foreign language, but really just like people who talk to me when they have like really bad English, they always sound angrier than they are. I don't know.
I know what you mean.
Like just the fact that they're struggling with it makes it sound harsher.
Yeah, it makes them frustrated.
Maybe that might be it.
I always feel so bad when I can't understand someone when they're trying to speak English.
Oh yeah.
It's like, I know you're trying. Like,
Uh-huh.
I'm so sorry.
That happens a lot at work because
I'm trying to.
they're like telling me like what they want, and they just say it like it's like their 5th time saying it, and I'm just like trying as hard as I can to get it.
To get what they're saying.
Yeah.
And like behind the glass, like you can't just be like point to the thing you want because like
Right.
they point and it's like be like 3 things.
Yeah, I mean, but that's usually what happens, and you just have to kind of go till you get it.
Just come back here and make your own sandwich. Honestly, I just don't want to have to try this hard. Just make your own.
There was one time I was in a grocery store, and this guy came up to me and he didn't speak a word of English, like he only spoke Spanish, and he kept asking me like where the soup was, and I was just like, oh man, like I have no like. I don't know how I knew, like, whatever the Spanish word for soup is has to be similar, because that's how
Sopa.
so that's how I knew what he was asking for. And so I was like, I knew it was like 2 aisles over, so I was like, dos, like, aisles. I was like, doing this, like, hand wave, like, down the aisle, and, like, that way. And he, like, didn't get it at first, and so I, like, did it, like, twice, and, like, used both my hands. I was like, dos, aisles, like, using both my hands. And I was like, that way. It was like, oh! And then he, like, gave me a hug.
Aww.
I would have just walked him over there if it was that close.
Yeah.
The last time I interacted with somebody it was a Middle Eastern lady. I was working at the shoe store, and she came in and she just said children's shoes, And I was like, oh, yeah, we have them. And I was like, what size? Like, she had her little girl with her. I was like, what size is she? And she was like, I don't speak English.
Oh, no.
And I was just like trying my hardest to like, I like grabbed the ruler, like the little foot measurer thing that we have for the kids, and like I kind of like put it by her foot, and I was like, size, like what's her size, and like.
That's when you take the initiative. You just measure their child.
Yeah.
Just
I didn't
grab
want to.
hands, like,
Grab
on.
their leg, rip their shoe off.
See what their waist size
Real
is.
stern, real
We're
hard.
fitting
Kick
you
'em.
for a
But
suit.
we didn't get anywhere. She just eventually was just like, she just didn't understand what I was trying to say.
She left.
Yeah, and then she just walked out of the store.
That
She was
sucks.
like, she said sorry to me, and I was like, you don't have to be sorry.
Yeah,
You know?
but she didn't understand. That. You could have been saying like, "Fuck you, get out of my store." It's like, get the
not
fuck out
welcome.
of here. Yeah, I don't like you. I don't like your kind. Get out. Anyways, you guys want to answer some viewer questions?
We have viewer questions?
No, no, we don't. But I do have a.
What's your favorite amiibo?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you get anything? You get something for the Zelda amiibo, don't you?
Yeah, you can get the Twilight Bow.
Wait.
Yeah.
Is that good?
It's the bow that she has in Twilight Princess. It's pretty powerful.
It sounds pretty powerful.
Nothing for the Min to Wolfie?
No, you get the
for-
wolf too.
Yeah, you get the wolf. He's like your companion. And he has as many hearts based on your Twilight Princess save.
What?
Yeah.
But I
What?
haven't.
How do you?
played through that.
How does it know your Twilight Princess save? Is that stored in the
Well,
fucking amiibo?
Yeah. You tap it to your
What?
Twilight Princess file and it like saves that Twilight Princess to you. So if you had like 20 hearts on that,
So if you put it on your Twilight Princess file, you get 20 hearts.
yeah.
20 plus
Sick.
hearts, or it moves you to 20 hearts?
No,
it
no.
has 20
The
hearts.
dog
now.
has, the wolf has it.
Yeah.
Some fat fat
Oh.
health pool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can like you can summon it as many times as you want, but when it dies, then you have to like wait like a day or something before you
Yeah,
summon it.
24 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
but like if you have the Link amiibos, you can get like if you have like Toon Link amiibo, you can get Wind Waker clothes, like his.
Yeah,
his
I heard
character.
about that. I
That's
heard about
Super cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, but like you gotta buy an amiibo.
Yeah.
Well, you can get. There is a way to get the green cap and tunic in Breath of the Wild.
Oh, really?
Without it, yeah. But I won't tell you how.
Do you have
You're
it?
so mean.
I do have it, yeah. I after like a week or two, I like completed. Like I got like all the shrines and to beat the game.
Is that how you get it? All the shrines?
I don't know. Is it? There is.
So if you guys
There
want
is a way.
Spoilers.
You could also get the Dark Link costume. That's also exists.
by not completing any shrines.
Yeah, the opposite. That makes so much sense. Nintendo, you're so clever. So, we got anything, or can we jump into my questions?
You're itching for it, aren't you?
I'm not itching for it. They're just some are pretty uncomfortable. Some make no sense at all.
I could talk about Breath of the Wild all day.
We could talk about Breath of the Wild all day.
The fucking physics of that game is amazing, and like, Log's sneaking away.
Let's sneak away.
Sneak peek!
Sneak peek.
A sneak
He's
peek.
going for a sneak peek.
I need the door open so it doesn't make the sound.
But like, remember when it was supposed to come out in 20 like? 15,
Yeah. Thank God they delayed it.
Yeah, honestly, like I'm never ever going to complain about a game delay ever again.
Most Zelda fans, they weren't really pissed off about that.
A lot of people were actually.
Really?
Yeah. In the middle of 2016, people were pissed off.
Really?
Because, yeah.
I don't think you can be any kind of upset with that, because I feel like part of the reason No Man's Sky crashed so fucking hard
It's
was
they
because
rushed it.
they got death threats and shit, and they were forced to rush it,
Yeah.
and they literally couldn't finish their game in time.
Yeah, and that's also been the problem with like every single Sonic game ever, because they rush them for Christmas releases.
Most
yeah.
Ubisoft games, they always rush it and make it within a year.
Yeah, I'm glad they're taking a break from Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
That's definitely necessary.
The next Assassin's Creed will probably be pretty refined and like well done.
Mm-hmm.
Good story.
That's
and
what
stuff,
there's
'cause
actually.
they're taking a break.
There's actually an amount of people saying that they don't think the Breath of the Wild is a Zelda game.
Huh?
Isn't that the dumbest shit on the planet?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Like
It's like the perfect game.
Yeah, it's been like so many years. It's because like it doesn't follow the Zelda formula.
Oh,
I think the Zelda formula was fucking old. The
Yeah.
formula was old and like it needed it's the perfect revamp
Mhm.
because games nowadays, like I mean in the past since I want to say since Skyward Sword, but I'm going to say since Twilight Princess because Skyward Sword is kind of like a mess that just kind of tripped all over itself in a lot of ways.
A weird experiment.
But a game now it can't be it can't really put you on one path.
Mhm.
It has to be open world. It doesn't have to be open world, but
Well, that's what a lot of people like.
that's what I like, and that is what a lot of people like, and the choice you have instead of like straightforward like
Yeah.
this mission, this mission, this mission. I never liked those games.
Yeah, that's kind of what I felt like with Skyward Sword, it felt like they were trying to do everything they hadn't done with the Zelda formula before.
But still using the Zelda formula.
Yeah,
and
and
really scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, and it felt weird. Like if the things in Skyward Sword had been like kind of spread out among the different games, they probably wouldn't have been so weird. Like the little robot dudes and the back in time stuff. Like
the robot was.
I don't get that.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
It would be cool if like they kind of like made it like a Sheikah technology, and then that made sense.
They were Prometheans,
But
like in Halo.
Yeah, I really have no idea where this one takes Breath of the Wild. I mean, takes.
well, I mean,
a lot of people think
could it
it's
have been Sheikah technology? You think?
what, those little robot dudes?
Yeah. It was It was pretty like electricity.
Well, Skyward Sword's supposed to be like the first one in the timeline, so
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So-
So the Sheikah wouldn't even be.
yeah,
Wouldn't be a
I don't know if
thing
they
yet.
have
Thing
that,
yet.
yeah.
But obviously something must have happened to make robots.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe you think it's back in time? Oh, it had to be back in time because there was like structures and stuff in
Yeah.
Skyward Sword that you were like going back in time and making.
That's what I
making
hated
alive
about
again.
Skyward Sword is it was so. This is the very beginning of everything.
Mm-hmm.
But then also here you see there are all these ruins and obviously something from before.
Yeah,
but we're
yeah.
still gonna say it's the beginning of everything.
Well, no, it kind of makes sense that it's the beginning of everything because that's when the cycle starts happening. That was cool about Skyward
Yeah.
Sword.
And I think that was also a problem with Skyward Sword is they were trying to make it set in the timeline, and it's like that was never a goal of any of the other Zelda games. They were always their own thing.
Yeah.
They're just like a
They're
side thing. It's like, oh, and kind
And like you gotta kind of like figure out where they fit. Just,
fans kind of pieced them together more than
Yeah.
anything at the beginning.
Yeah, and you gotta just kind of like ignore certain things.
Yeah.
Because some things are like contradicting.
Mm-hmm.
And like, but with Skyward Sword, they tried to make it. I don't know.
What officially? Where does Breath of the Wild stand in the timeline?
I don't think they've said. I think a lot of people theorize that it's the culmination of all three. That all three end up like that because they directly reference things that occur in all three timelines in Breath of the Wild.
That's freaky.
Yeah.
That's kind of just throwing the timelines to the
Well,
side.
it's saying that no matter what happens in any timeline, Breath of the Wild is going to happen.
Yeah, but
But Beetle
The one
doesn't.
issue is
Beetle
that-
doesn't happen in every timeline.
He could. He could show up eventually.
No. Nuh-uh.
see, my one issue with that is I feel like this is going to be.
Well, no,
purely
wait. Beetle did show up in every timeline because he's in Skyward Sword.
That the Skyward Sword isn't in a separate branch,
But it
But
is
he's
in
the
the
first.
beginning. But
He's
it's in
the
the
first.
first. So
He's the first. Beetle's part of the cycle.
He's a big part of the cycle. What were you saying, Long
What I was going to say is my problem with it being the culmination of is it's still set in, we're getting temporal, ladies and gentlemen. It's still set in a point in time, so how could it have
Three realities.
three realities that it's referencing? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Three different.
I don't know. They
You're-
reference the Twilight Beasts and they directly reference something else in the
they reference
main
the Twilight
timeline.
Beasts.
They could have like
yeah.
a split off and then like converge back together, you know?
Yeah, who knows? Maybe
I don't think you understand temporal mechanics, Abigail. You see, when timelines split, you can't mend them back together. I mean, you could prior to the splitting, but you have to go back to that point. You guys have seen Lost, right?
How are you? How far are you in Lost? You done with it yet?
Just started season 6, so you need an atom bomb.
Log's loving it. Log's loving Lost.
Yeah,
That's good. That's good. I liked it.
Sawyer made me cry.
You didn't lose interest after like season 3?
No. It started getting interesting with all the time shit. I love time shit.
Yeah, but it's all just. I mean, you haven't seen the end yet, so I'm not gonna say anything. But
it's just.
I don't. At the end of the day, it was a waste of my time.
Wow. I like
it. It was a fun ride at the beginning,
right?
But it just starts making more questions than answers, and the answers it does give you are just very
they're not enough.
Yeah, shallow and don't make much sense, I think. But hey, that's just me, you know. You
I form my own opinion.
have a good time. You know?
Hey, I'd
The
like
concept-
to take this time to go on record to saying that I actually kind of liked the ending of Dexter. I thought the lumberjack thing was a little weird, but that last split second where he looks straight in the camera, that's dope as fuck.
Breaks the fourth wall.
Yeah, for anyone who didn't know how Dexter ends, if you're watching Dexter, that's how Dexter ends.
Sorry.
Whoops.
It's been out for so long.
It's been out for so long, yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
That's how we felt about Lost. You can kind of just you can talk about Lost now because
Yeah.
it's obsolete.
Yeah, there's got to be a rule for like spoilers.
Yeah, I think
When
it's up
something's
like a
old
5.
enough,
Yeah, so many years.
like so many years old, like who cares? Like if you
Yeah.
mention the end of something or
like a Game of Thrones
some big
spoiler is still
part.
relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
But people, those don't exist anymore. Apparently, you can just post whatever you want on the front page of fucking Reddit. An hour after the episode happens, even though Log didn't get off work yet, and he checks Reddit on his break or on his way to home, and then I know whoever died. I won't spoil it for you guys. I'm not that asshole.
He's really fed up about like a Lost spoiler.
yeah.
Remember when I spoiled an episode?
Yeah, dude. Fucking. Oh
great.
man.
What?
It was in Game of Thrones. I'm not gonna say what it was that he spoiled.
What season?
But it was hilarious.
I mean, it was the most recent season.
Oh.
But I was like turning it on, and I was watching it for the first time, and T-Hart was kind of drunk. But I was like, oh man, dude, I'm like super pumped about this episode and stuff. And then he's like, oh, have you seen like the newest one? I'm like, no. I'm about to watch it. And then he tells me like the shocking things that happened at the very beginning, and I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? Like, why the fuck would you do that?
Was it the last
And he
episode?
was just cracking up. No, it was when a guy comes back. Like,
Okay.
And
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I was just in shock. And then like I was like, that can't be true. Like, I mean, like T-Hort's watched an okay amount of Game of Thrones. Like, he knows who that is, but like, does he know that he's been gone? He's been assumed dead?
Mm-hmm.
And no, then like very, very beginning of the episode it happens, and I'm just like, not excited at all. And T-Hort's still fucking laughing in the chair in front of me, like 4 feet away.
It was hilarious.
I was
Because
so
like I said
pissed
it,
off.
I don't know. It was just like out of impulse. Like I wasn't trying to spoil it, but like
you were
just
drunk.
like I all of a sudden just blurted it out, and then he just like looks at me like, and then I was like, oh no.
And then just like followed by 10 minutes of like, what
Yeah,
the
laughing.
fuck were you thinking? It was
It was great.
that was the most like blatant, shitty spoiler that I've ever experienced in my
It
life.
was very blatant.
I can't imagine anything more blunt happening to me
He's
ever.
back. It was
back.
pretty much it. Like just.
He's back. The worst one for me, worst spoiler I've had was it was when it was for The Walking Dead, and they teased at Glenn dying,
Oh.
and
Oh, I remember that.
I was at work running the self checkout, and on the magazine cover it said, "Glenn's death. What you need to know." And I was just like, really? I can't even go to work without
Really?
seeing
Yeah.
this?
That's crazy.
Well, he He didn't really die.
He didn't die. That's why I said
Oh.
tease.
It was a
Well,
fake out.
that's kind of cool then.
They didn't know he didn't die yet, though.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
This was before the episode where it's revealed, oh, he got out of there.
Yeah. The same thing happened to me. I hadn't seen the episode, and I made the mistake of going on Twitter. A bunch of people were tweeting like, "Oh my God, Glenn, no!"
Oh, really?
Thanks,
Yeah.
And
everyone.
there's this one guy from our high school. So
You
I
really
won't
can't
mention
get on
names,
any
but,
social media if you're trying to keep up with the show.
Well, this I thought was
Most of the time.
particularly weird. Was the moment the episode ends, he posted like a picture of the character's face and then had a long in memoriam like caption for it. Like he
Jeez.
really genuinely was like connected with that character. They did it for like 4 characters.
People are crazy, dude. TV's like life to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
work and like their shows.
And I mean, doesn't Negan get like kind of like? Doesn't he get
Careful.
like death threats?
Oh, the guy who
like
plays
the
it.
actor.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, the
doesn't
guy who
he
played
get
Joffrey got
death threats.
No, he got
Really?
punched in the face.
Really?
Yeah.
Good, bro.
No, he's a good guy.
Good, bro. I'm glad.
The guy who plays him is like, he's a really like good guy, and someone punched him in the face.
That's super funny.
The fact that people
That's-
can't separate out
That does
like,
suck.
character
that,
from
that
person.
does suck. But
Yeah.
like, if I saw Joffrey in real life, I'd fucking hate him. I'd fucking hate him so
or
much.
was it Ramsey?
Oh,
I think it was
even
Joffrey.
that's even worse.
I think
Just
it was
imagine
Joffrey.
that though. You played such a good bad guy.
yeah. You're
That
getting your ass
people
whooped
just
in
see
real life.
you as a bad guy,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
when they see you in the street or
That's
something
the
like that.
best kind of typecast. you
Yeah.
know?
Oh, yeah.
The
If-
guy.
I'd love to beat the fuck out of fucking Joffrey, man. I'd
He's
love
such a
that
bitch.
so much.
But that's not him. You wouldn't.
Well, no,
It's not
no,
him
Joffrey.
Joffrey's not real, Jake.
No, I'll dress him up in my basement. I'll dress him in my basement,
Get a
tie his
prop,
ass up, and just do what he did. Do what he did, because he deserves it. He did it to all those people.
The guy. The guy who played the governor in Walking Dead said he was at a store somewhere, like in line to get like a sandwich, and a lady walked in and like got in line, and then she like recognized him, and she was just like, "I can't eat anymore," and walked out.
That's almost worse than punching.
That's hilarious. That's like
I can't fucking do this.
Yeah,
the
can you
most
imagine?
I'm fed up.
mentally like discomforted.
You know, this place has been going down on my list for months now with its shitty service and its half-baked breads. And now he's here. We're done, Margaret. We're going home.
Just knowing that like you were the person that like affected someone else's meal for the day, just like by the way that you act. So that, well, there
It's impressive.
I mean, you're a great actor.
Yeah,
Almost
yeah,
like
yeah.
when you get that recognition from a show you're in, like just when you're not in the show, like it's not a reaction from the show
It's a reaction to your actual
to
being.
your regular life, like outside of the show. Like just people are disgusted by you. Like
Every time I always wonder how like if I were to like run into like Leonardo DiCaprio or like Johnny Depp or someone like huge like that, just like would I be able to like not be like starstruck? Like could I actually?
no.
I don't know.
Not. Probably not.
I probably
in
wouldn't be
reality,
able
you're
to.
just gonna see Jesse Eisenberg at the store.
You're
You're Leo.
I mean, if I saw Jesse Eisenberg, like I'd try as hard as I could to keep it together, and I'd try to be like really subtle and like not take a picture with him or anything. Just like, hey man, like I like your movies, like yeah,
I like your movies.
just like really casual like compliment.
Mhm.
But in reality, I'd be sweating, I'd be breathing really hard, and I'd probably throw up.
And he just that would be another day for him.
Yep.
You know, like
Uh-huh.
this is impacting your life so much, and
Yeah.
he's just kind of like, oh, another crazed fan.
Yeah, and it sucks because like they're normal people. Like it's I mean you get that he's like more used to it, but like if we were in that situation, we'd just be like,
Yeah. Hi.
oh man, whatever, yeah.
Well, I mean, it might be kind of fun.
What, to be like famous?
Just talking to people.
Oh well, yeah.
If you're a cool famous person,
It's not a problem with the fact that, if you guys didn't know, where we live, Jesse Eisenberg has a
Girlfriend.
charity girlfriend.
He has a
A
girlfriend.
charity?
Here.
Is that what you
I
said?
think he does a charity with his mom or something.
Maybe, yeah,
around here.
sure.
But he has a girlfriend around here, so he's around a lot. So people have Jesse Eisenberg sightings.
Yeah,
And,
they love reporting him.
Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't really be too starstruck. 'Cause I don't hate Jesse Eisenberg. I just don't think.
Yeah,
I don't like his movies that much.
I'm not a huge fan of him.
Really?
But like,
I think
He's a-
Zombieland's
Yeah,
hilarious.
that's what I got too.
I love Zombieland, but like,
I've seen probably 6,
I don't know.
and Zombieland's the only one I can go like, oh yeah, that's Jesse.
Jesse
Now
Eisenberg
you
wouldn't
see-
have that big of an
Yeah, now you
effect
see
on me when I
the Facebook movie.
see him.
Oh,
Never seen that.
I've never seen that either.
He was in what's it called?
Come on.
Batman
Push.
vs Superman.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
Lex Luthor.
Yeah, didn't like him in that. The one where he works at an amusement park. It's like a
Adventureland.
Adventureland. Yeah.
American Ultra.
American Ultra.
I'd really just go like, wow, what was that about, dude? really dropped the ball at Adventureland, huh?
That'd be crazy.
Was he in,
I would love to meet Michael Cera though.
Oh, he's cool.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Michael Cera would be great to meet.
Oh,
I
yeah.
get
Brand
them confused a lot.
What?
Yeah.
I get them confused
Jesse
a lot.
Eisenberg and Michael Cera, I always just compare the two. Like,
Really?
Whenever I hear Jesse Eisenberg, I kind of picture Michael Cera just for a second, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I know who you're
Really?
talking about. Yeah.
Whenever I think,
I don't know why. Like,
Whenever I think Michael Cera, I just think adorable, like meme boy. I'd have a much easier time interacting with Michael Cera. I feel like.
Michael Cera.
I
would
just
be
love.
great.
I just like to see. Like,
He'd probably
like,
be just as awkward about meeting you. I
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
like.
yeah.
But he doesn't live here.
Yeah, I
so-
feel like
No,
his
it's not gonna happen.
characters. His characters are like legitimately him.
Yeah, yeah.
almost.
There's a lot of there's a fair amount of actors that their characters are just themselves, and I think
Mhm.
that's so like
Seth Rogen.
convenient. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Tina Fey.
Tina Fey.
She can act.
She can add, yeah.
She can act,
Yeah.
but
To
a
an
lot
extent.
of times she's just like a goofy, like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
funny. Like,
She's so.
Melissa McCarthy.
yeah,
Zach
yeah.
Galifianakis. I feel like they're the kind
Zach
of...
Melissa McCarthy
Galifianakis,
can do some other roles too.
Yeah, but we're
Name-
talking like
name
most
Name
movies.
something.
There's that spy
Gilmore
where
Girls.
she was real loud.
That was
there was
before.
that, there was that one
That's
movie
not-
with the bridesmaids where she was really loud. There was that one movie where she played that really loud woman.
She was a boss and she was really loud.
Oh,
Yes,
what
she
was
was really
that?
loud and she had a TV show.
There was that one commercial in the Super Bowl where she was really loud.
Yeah. And Sean Spicer.
Those are hilarious.
Those are hilarious. I'll give her that. Her Sean Spicer bits.
I think.
I'm
she-
not saying that I don't like her, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But she does the same stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I usually don't like her when the movie is just like, let's point a camera at Melissa McCarthy and hopefully something funny will happen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
She'll scream.
but
Yeah.
the bloopers of those types of movies are the best.
I like the bloopers of Will Ferrell movies.
Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Will
is
Ferrell's a
just
fucking
an
prodigy.
He'd be a fun guy to work
man.
He's someone that you can put a camera on and you get a movie out of.
Oh yeah,
Like,
oh yeah.
I'm sure like 4 of his movies, that's all it was. They didn't have a plot. They were just like, Will, what you doing today? I'll go racing.
Yeah.
Fucking eating! I'm eating food!
Like Talladega
Me and my
Nights.
family are enjoying a movie. Please stop.
Taquito.
Yeah.
It was
I
That's
imagine.
John Cera.
one
Do
of
you
my
wanna make $1
favorite.
billion
Oh, no.
dollars?
One of my favorite Will Ferrell scenes is he's I can't remember what the movie's called, but it's called Get Hard, and it's Kevin Hart and Will Ferrell, and Kevin Hart's trying to teach him how to be thug because he's about to go, he's about to be in prison, but he tells him to go like beat up this like huge muscular black guy, and or just insult him and then start a fight. So Will Ferrell just goes up to him and like really quickly just flips him off and pulls it away. And he's like, "You just flipped me off, man." He's like, "No. Like this is what your dick looks like." It's like this is the size of your dick. Like really awkward. Like
Yeah, you're really quiet.
yeah. It was so funny.
Will Ferrell's a fucking genius.
Yeah.
Like I can't. There and again there are people in this world that fucking can't stand Will Ferrell.
Oh yeah.
My dad hates him. Oh,
That's
yeah.
crazy. I think he's so funny.
He made
But-
a Lifetime movie once.
Oh, really?
Like a real Lifetime movie, and it was just hilarious because you couldn't take him seriously at all.
Yeah.
Was it Everything Must Go?
No,
Okay.
it was like
He has a few serious roles, and I know Everything Must Go is a pretty serious movie.
No, he was like the dad of some like pregnant woman whose like son fell off of a dock, like, and it just has like crazy flashbacks about it. But at one point, like he gets shot. And he makes it, like, he's alive, and he's on, like, a fishing boat, like a speedboat, going to find, like, the pregnant, like, I don't even know. It was pretty, it's a Lifetime movie, so they're not great ever, but, like, the scene of him, like, sweater vest, bleeding out on a fishing boat, like, wind blowing, it was hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine, there might be some cases where he thinks that's a curse, but, I just fucking love Will Ferrell.
He doesn't think it's a curse. He does so many crazy, stupid things.
Yeah.
Like, every time he goes out to an interview, not every time, but he does random he went out, I think it was Jon Stewart, and he just went out in a shirt of Zach Galifianakis' face. Never drew attention to it or anything, but it was just a shirt of all of his face.
Can you imagine if he was your dad?
Oh my god, I'd be so funny.
I'd be so funny.
Are you ever like grateful you're not like son of like a celebrity because like you're never gonna be like in their shadow, you know?
No.
I don't know, dude.
I don't know. There's a lot of opportunities just alone being the son of a celebrity.
Your foot is very much through the door. You're the son of a celebrity.
I mean,
Jaden Smith. Yep.
Jaden Smith and Willow Smith.
Yeah.
Both of them
you got a point.
Have some sort of music career or acting career.
Yeah, it seems like music is the easy thing to go to because you can edit it so fucking much. If you want to do music and you're famous or the child of a famous person, you can make music happen. I mean, and if you want, you could go to the Disney Channel route, which is almost guaranteed. They'll fucking eat that shit up. But yeah, the
Disney Channel, you don't have to be a good actor or like even a good singer, I guess.
There's low expectations for anybody on Disney Channel.
Yeah, but
because the viewers are just they don't know.
Kids, little kids. But have you guys noticed that Jaden Smith's become self-aware recently?
No,
I don't keep up with him at all.
What do you mean?
I saw a couple Reddit posts, and he's being ironic now. He's openly being ironic, but doing the same thing he's been doing. And
I guess that's better.
No, it's not.
I don't think it's better. Like I mean, like it's just like the like ridiculous. Like he's trying to be super deep. I mean, that's been his thing for a long time. But now he's like trying to like make fun of like the super deep things, and it's stuff that he could have said 2 years ago. Like. But I don't know. That makes me uncomfortable. I mean, it's nice. Like he is realized.
He's aware that people made him into a meme, and now he's abusing the fact that he was made into a meme. But he was not.
I don't think owning up to it is abusing it.
I mean, I want to see him.
What is he supposed to do?
I want to see him crawl out of it.
I don't know.
I don't want to see him. Well, I mean,
I feel like
if he crawled out of it, I wouldn't know about it.
Okay, I feel like he's kind of like anybody who was in like middle school, did something embarrassing in middle school, and everybody made fun of them for it, and then they kind of just like address it and make jokes about it all the time.
Yeah,
like that's kind of what I think about when Jaden's like making ironic, deep things.
I mean, okay, maybe I don't know how many H3 videos everyone here has seen.
I've seen one,
but would you be upset if Ethan Bradbury suddenly went around and like ironically went, I mean a Bradbury.
That was good. That was amazing.
Yeah, wow.
That was a really good impression.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Me the Bradbury.
God.
I mean,
no,
you would.
I mean, I wouldn't like it because I think he's a bad person. But if he's trying to be a better person, I don't know if that makes him trying to be a better person.
No, it means
Ethan Bradbury's just all over that Spider-Man and Elsa stuff now, so he's long gone. He's long gone. He's not recoverable.
Did you guys see the H3 threat that he put in one of his videos?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Really?
Yeah. He put there's like I guess there's like might be like subtitles in their videos. And they said like, oh, like this thing's like H3, and then they start like stabbing it or something like that.
Yep.
Isn't that crazy?
Because they just go like.
Yeah, it's like
And they put
Animal
subtitles
Crossing
over it.
talk. Yeah,
I really hate that they make money off of that.
It's insane.
They make so much money.
It's insane that they make money off of
Think about the
that.
wholesome effort we put into things.
Yeah.
Not making things weirdly sexual for children.
Weirdly sexual and like mostly children watch it.
Yeah. If
I would never let my child watch that.
yeah,
They're
there's that stuff about
so
the needles, like with the baby doll.
Yeah.
You guys seen that?
The guy who just like puts up a baby doll and then puts a target on its butt and then throws needles. Like, not just
And
throws
one of the
needles.
Elsa Spider-Man videos?
Different guy,
but
different
it's
guy.
similar. It's stuff
He
little
gets
kids watch.
out actual, like, he goes through the procedure of putting gloves on, preparing the needle,
That's like a fetish,
and
though, isn't
everything,
Whoa.
and then throws it at a target on a baby's ass.
it? No, that's like a fetish, is sticking
A
like...
baby doll. It's a
Yeah,
baby
no,
doll.
injecting things into babies' butts, like baby dolls' butts.
That's
That's like a fad on YouTube.
Dude,
That's a fetish.
Yeah.
you gotta get really dark with fetishes most of the time.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
there's
Fuck.
weird shit.
That's,
I mean,
that's
Weird
wrong.
shit.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's like a sexual deviant, but like the what the internet provides is
I'm not a
infinite.
fucking baby target ass needle.
I think
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
playing. I think they're playing on like the satisfying videos. You know what I mean?
ASMR things.
Uh-huh.
The
No,
visually
satisfying.
satisfying
Yeah.
things. You know, like
Like,
those just videos on YouTube.
Oddly
where they-
satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oddly satisfying. I think that's probably how it started. With in terms of like,
Have
because they
you-
use like liquids to inject into them,
Mhm.
so like maybe I don't know, but it's still fucking weird.
It's weird, yeah.
Mhm.
Like
Fuck that.
people are super weird. Fetishes just like form so easily, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like when I rewatched Swiss Army Man, I remember him talking about how like people form fetishes, and like he was talking about how like, you know, like there's a lot of porn, like there's a lot of porn you can watch, but most of it's the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
and like eventually you just get some people get bored of it, and they want to try new stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
And
that's how they
depending
like,
on-
end up getting in those weird.
Yeah, depending
See,
on like what you dip your toes into.
That's people's argument for banning porn, though. It's like saying if you watch enough porn, eventually you're gonna get numb to it, and then you're fucking kids. That's how it happens.
Well,
It's like a gateway drug.
Yeah.
It does happen to some people, I think, but like I don't know.
Oh,
I'm sure adults can be responsible.
I mean, yeah,
and
it
there's-
could be like
it's a mental
Yeah.
a mental issue if you want to fuck kids.
it could
Yeah.
be the thing like where people like where furries become furries, they'll watch furry porn. You know what I mean?
I'll never.
And
understand that.
they'll like and that's how they like are like, well, like I kind of like this stuff. Maybe the like how people who become pedophiles. I think that there are people that like pedophiles that are born pedophiles that need to be medicated. And but I also think there are people that develop like being a pedophile through just like they watch porn, they could get bored of porn, and then they go deep.
Well, no
They
kid.
go way too like, and then they would develop the fetish in that case. But I do believe it's genetic sometimes. It's like
No,
it's
no.
like a mental thing, like
No.
a mental like.
Stop.
Yeah.
No infant
Huh?
is born like I'm going to be a pedophile when I grow up. Like it's you might have a disposition, which means like you are more likely to be influenced in that way, but you're not like nobody's born like this is me forever.
No one's
I wanna fuck
hardwired
kids.
to be that way.
Yeah, but like if you are in the right environment and like that sort of thing is triggered in you and you're already predisposed to this, then yes.
For the most part, yeah, I think it all comes down to like what environment you grew up in.
Well, yeah, and I think it's also
A lot of times it can be like if like not all the time, and like I don't mean to like attack any kind of victims or anything, but like sometimes people can be abused as children and like don't get the help they need and can grow up to become pedophiles themselves.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
and the crazy thing is the people who are victims of pedophiles are substantially more likely to become pedophiles
Yeah.
themselves.
Oh, okay.
But also, I've read it was a big thing on Reddit for like a couple of days, but this guy, he studied, he like just like followed and studied a bunch of like pedophiles for a super long time, and this, I mean, it's just, I read an article. That doesn't mean it has to be accurate. I understand that, but he believed that there are people who are born with an attraction to children the same way that someone else is attracted to a male or a female, or like a gay person is attracted to another man, or and in which case they need to be medicated. But it's so terrible to be a pedophile in this. I mean, it's always been terrible to be a pedophile, no matter what time ever. But and that they're ashamed to come out and like get medication for it.
But it's not
until something happens,
Yeah.
and then they go to
it's
jail.
not illegal to love a man when you're a man. You know what I mean? It's,
yeah,
it's
I mean,
illegal
but
to like a
it's
kid.
not a matter of legality. It's
Well,
a
you have
matter
to,
of
Yeah.
you have to understand what's
Like-
right and wrong.
yeah,
still.
yeah. I understand that, but if you get medication, it'd be a lot easier to, like, I mean, like if it's about the likelihood of a straight guy raping somebody. You know what I mean?
I have no idea what you mean. Where are you going with this?
I don't know. It's just like it seems.
So you're saying it's
'cause
just as likely.
It always
for-
it build up to a point where they snap and did something like terrible, and then they would be a pedophile. They would be like officially a pedophile, and they'd be in prison. Obviously,
Are you saying?
that's the point where you
Oh,
would
okay.
know that.
Are
it
you
was,
saying that like someone who's like attracted to children is gonna eventually break?
if they don't get medication? I mean,
You
it's
can
and
be- you
not
have
not even eventually. Like if I mean they might,
Yeah. I guess.
but if they don't get medication, and they're obviously like no pedophile's gonna want to go to a doctor and ask them for medication because
But I mean, you can have therapy too. It doesn't. You don't have
Yeah.
to be like medicated.
yeah
really,
yeah
to, like,
yeah.
You can be like retrained, and if you understand that like that's the wrong thing to do, then you're much more likely to go seek help, as opposed to someone who doesn't realize like what they're doing is wrong because they have some sort of like deficit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So like for those people who do seek out stuff, like they understand this is not something that I should like happen.
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
can retrain yourself to not be sexually attracted to like kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Or
but-
like shoes, or or like feet, or anything
yeah,
like
well,
that.
that's a step that you'd have to make an action toward, like
Right.
a proactive action toward to get therapy or medication.
I wonder, like, how, I don't know if effective is the right word for it, because, like, I know, like, I hate to, like, equate it to this, but, like, when they, like, try to do, like, conversion therapy for, like, gay people.
Yeah,
like, you know,
Mm.
that doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, a lot of times, I know, like, that just, like, increases the likelihood of, like, attempting suicide.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, medication is probably a similar thing, but
I
it's
feel like the
it's
only
the
effect
only
of that would
real
be
route.
increasing their chances of hating themselves for it. And
Well, one less pedophile in this world's okay with me. Am I right? Ha.
Yeah, but like
Abby the euthanizer.
if it's like a mental problem,
Right.
then
Yeah.
it's sad. Somebody has to like live that life.
Yeah, I guess I would say being a pedophile, well, like, being attracted to children is like a disease, but being gay, like, totally isn't.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that completely.
Well,
And
it's
it should be
moral.
treated-
It's morally. Like,
yeah,
very
it should be
different.
treated as a disease.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
it's-
I do think you should go to jail if you know,
yeah, definitely, obviously.
But, like, you should also receive therapy in jail.
I think that the ethical issue
Nah,
behind
you're just
it.
gonna build birdhouses or textiles.
yeah,
I think the ethical issue behind it is like consent. So like a child isn't like capable of having like the mental capacity to like provide consent
definitely.
for someone, as opposed to like gay people. They're just like, yes, you know, like I
Yeah.
can do this, and I'm
Or
like,
even straight
normal.
people. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
definitely.
so I
And-
think that's where the like line is.
Yeah, there's definitely there's obviously a line, but yeah, the whole therapy in jail thing, that would be incredible. That'd be awesome.
yeah.
but it never it doesn't happen. It's not gonna happen, and that would be a great, incredibly productive thing to do. But it's I can't see it happening anytime soon at all.
Like,
And also, like when
go
people
on about prisons.
when people become therapists, they're not thinking they're going to be working with like inmates. You know what I mean? And working with inmates, there's definitely like a really intense suspense if you're not used to it. You have
That's
to be.
probably the people that need it most, though. you
Yeah,
know?
for real. My mom, she's a psychiatrist. She like used to volunteer at a women's prison, and she said like that it was just some of like the toughest shit she's ever like heard, and like, God,
Yeah,
our prison system sucks.
It sucks. Our prison system sucks, and it also just the fact that like a lot of the reason people are in prison is because of a mental illness. And same with like
Or
homeless.
drugs.
Yeah, drugs or like homeless people, but drugs would also develop the mental illness, like crazy
Yeah.
anxiety or something like that.
Yeah.
And there's just there's no possible way. I mean, therapy would help a lot, but there's no way to get around all of it. There's a reason that like people need to be detained and controlled in one space because they're dangerous.
But but also a lot of people who aren't dangerous are put into prison.
Yeah.
And it can make them dangerous because it's
Definitely,
so fucking terrible.
Because mentally, yeah, it'll break you down.
Yeah.
It'll break you down and like.
You almost have to be because like I mean some prisons, you really have to be.
Yeah, like
There's
you have to
some
be
fucked up people
aggressive
in there.
and
Yeah.
offensive.
Like you gotta defend yourself.
Make sure the white supremacists don't get you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You gotta change your way of life, like how you would usually carry yourself.
Yeah, that's like the thing. Growing up, like to me, white supremacists, those only existed in prison. All of a sudden, they're president.
Whoa, Ryan, where are you trying to take this, huh?
Yeah, let's go back to prisons.
Let's not go back to prisons. I want to dip into my concepts that I have.
Okay, yeah.
We've gotten pretty far so far. We're not taking a break this week, it seems. But so what? This is the touchy one. This is
Okay, great.
Not that we haven't been talking about touchy things.
Well, I mean, hey, we're just.
Yeah, I'd say one of the more tame subjects we've ever tackled is pedophilia as a.
But okay, so I'm sure we've all heard about this by now. The transsexual was a man, got surgery and is a female. Transgender, my bad.
Yeah.
I keep saying that. Transsexual. What is transsexual?
liking,
You switch.
liking trans
Yeah.
people, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But in professional sports, like in wrestling,
Oh,
this transsexual person who
Transgender.
was a man. Damn it! This trans person.
Also bad.
Trans is bad.
Trans is bad.
Damn it!
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't.
I
Trans
feel
is
like-
bad, tranny's bad. Tranny's bad because, would you like it if we were called
yeah.
Whitey. Yeah.
Okay, how about you just say this woman that used to be a man.
Okay. This woman that used to be a man
Born a man.
is setting records and like winning gold medals in wrestling because men. She's got like a lot of the biological makeup of a man, and men naturally they have an easier time building muscle, and she's winning wrestling tournaments.
But if you are a transgender woman and you are if you are actually trying to become a woman, you're taking estrogen supplements, which is going to counter the effects of the testosterone in your body.
But does that not mess with like? Would that lose your ability to?
You would
gain muscle mass?
become
She might have had a lot of muscle before she.
a lot more feminine, and just like I feel like you would be weaker, like you wouldn't be able to like.
Women are weak.
Naturally, like men do have like an easier time building muscle, and I do think like because most people who do like most men who go from a man to a woman usually do take like estrogen, and I think that would affect like how well you could like build muscle.
Because you can
mass.
change a lot about yourself by taking hormonal supplements. Like if I started taking them, like I would be like eventually. I'm pretty sure. I don't know actually, but like now I'm just gonna say it. Probably be able to grow facial hair. Like at some point, if you take it enough.
Mm-hmm.
And so like you're affecting like your whole genetic makeup, not genetic, but like how your body is responding biologically to things. So if you like take supplements for a certain
Amount of
sex, for a certain sex, then like you are going to become more like that sex biologically, like physically. So if I would say what would make me feel comfortable like competing against her would be knowing that like in a drug test she had the same like hormonal makeup as I did. So like she was like 80% estrogen and 20% testosterone. But if she was like, you know, like 50% testosterone, then I'd probably be like,
Yeah, but you can't test her like that.
It's like being on steroids.
From the...
You might be able to test them if they're in a sports.
You can test them. You can drug test them.
I mean, you can drug test them, but that's not going to tell you testosterone or estrogen levels, would it?
I think usually sports organizations like require you to consent to those kind of tests. Don't they usually?
Well, see, that's why I'm thinking this is.
I don't know about estrogen and testosterone.
This is a pretty new thing.
Okay.
I don't even know if you're able to tell. I think you're able to tell how much estrogen or testosterone is in a person, but I don't think they test for that.
Well, doesn't just a general drug test tell you all that kind of stuff?
I
would think.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I just think it tells you weed. Check.
It might, but they don't. They don't focus on those.
Yeah, I guess
those aspects. I guess.
I guess.
Not hormones.
But
the way I see it, like it wouldn't feel fair to her to tell her she couldn't compete, but like it also doesn't feel fair to like the other people competing
when she seems to have a
upper hand.
Yeah, maybe. But like, as long as everyone competing is cool with it, then good, then situation avoided.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's why it's come up. Is everyone competing was not okay with it.
Yeah.
And at that point, I don't know. I don't know.
The fact that she was a wrestler, I mean, I don't know. You need to know the freshness of the like change. And she could still have a lot of muscle mass that she had when she was a boy. But it was just interesting. I don't have a set position. I just figured it would be an interesting thing to like touch on. Touchy.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Yeah,
it's also like hard to deny her, you know, like or like it'd be like
there's no obvious answer.
Lance Armstrong, you know, stripping all those medals from him. Is that right? Because he was on steroids when he did all
that. Actually happened.
Yeah.
Damn.
Or he smoked
Remember
weed.
that South Park episode? Everyone's wearing the bracelets.
Yeah. The scauses for the causes. The
because it happened like 6 years after though. Did they just go through the tests again?
I don't know.
Like,
I actually
I think they do take a lot of baseball players' records. Or I don't think they take their records away.
No, I think that's.
But their records mean a lot less if they take steroids. Because Barry Bonds, like, he was like, he'd hit so many home runs, and like he eventually got tested, and he was taking a lot of steroids. So was Sammy Sosa, and so was like Alex Rodriguez, and they were all like the big baseball players of that time, and they all were taking testosterone, or not testosterone, steroids. But like their records are like they're not gone, like they're still up there, but they're almost like null.
Yeah.
Like compared to like Babe Ruth, who obviously wouldn't have had steroids or anything like that.
Maybe he was one of like the alpha.
He might have. He might have been the first one,
when
but they didn't have the
alpha.
tests.
Steroids was an alpha.
Dude,
He was a beta tester.
if I ever hit rock bottom, and I have no friends and I'm single, I want to do steroids. I'd love to just try steroids. I think that'd be so cool.
Don't they make your dick smaller?
Yes.
Yeah.
They can.
They do.
Yeah, they can.
They can. Who knows?
Let's find out!
Maybe not. I think steroids would be pretty cool to like. I mean,
You're gross.
Obviously, I'm never gonna do fucking steroids, but the feeling of
I didn't think you were until tonight.
I mean, it'd be dope to just be just
You
muscular because of a dumb drug you're taking.
You could keep the same dick size. Because steroids are supposed to lower your dick size. But lifting weights also increases your dick size.
I don't
At
know
least
about
it's
that.
supposed to.
So you just have to keep it proportional
That's not
with
how
how
it
much
feels when
dong
lifting
you want.
weights.
yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna...
I mean, hey, I'm
you're
not
not going to, like... I don't think it's, like, significant, like, how much bigger you get when you lift weights. I think more of it's, like, they compare what a fat guy's dick size is, and then he gets really fit, and then it seems bigger.
It's because of fat loss.
Yeah.
When you're fat and you lose weight, your dick looks a lot bigger.
Yeah. It might get... but...
It's true.
It does, yeah. It's just a perspective.
I get
it's
that.
proportion. Like
Yeah.
It doesn't
it just
actually, if
looks
you
right.
measure the thing, it's not actually larger.
Okay,
Yeah.
I get that, but I thought you actually meant like your dick will get bigger. Like
Maybe.
Maybe that's what I think that's what he was saying.
It does, like...
Naturally increase testosterone.
Increase your testosterone.
I
and
can
your
see it
your dick
making
does
your
get,
like veins better, like your blood circulation. So
you become
Yeah,
more
yeah.
vascular. Yeah.
So, like, more blood down there
3 or 4 hours
when
at
the
the
time
gym
comes.
every day.
When the need.
I don't think it's
arises.
a significant. Maybe
Dude, because I got a
not.
small dick.
Why don't you just follow all those instructions they have, like, on the right side of, like, all those porn websites? Like, increase your dick size by 5 inches.
That's always really bad pills, though.
Is it bad pills? I just think it's virus.
Virus.
I mean, yeah, they're
Definite
not
virus.
real, but maybe one of them. You
See,
know?
I clicked on my computer, it just told me it was LME_Trojan_.
I remember.
Yeah, I tried them.
I remember
I don't have a dick.
It fell off.
my freshman year.
Jilking, that's the name.
Jilking.
It's supposed to be a technique that increases your penis size.
Oh god.
We-
I thought it was
Talk,
Kegel.
Ryan. You got to jump in here. You got to
Okay.
go
I
hard.
was thinking about that for like 5 minutes.
Whatever.
Wait,
Freshman
I want to
year.
go back to that.
You can't acknowledge it, dude. You just got to start talking. You got to take over.
Freshman year, I was in the library, right? And I overheard these 2 frat guys talking like, "Don't you just want to like try Viagra once, just see how it goes?" And the other guy was like,
Sure.
I would try it.
I'd try it.
I would
yeah.
try it once. Like
Yeah.
not even. Like
What?
I don't even care if I have like
I don't wanna try it.
erectile
Why
dysfunction.
not,
like it'd be
dude?
funny to like try it.
That
See
sounds
how long
scary.
it
Could
A
be
boner for 4 hours? That's terrifying.
That's worst case scenario.
That's
goes.
worst
Worst case
You can have
scenario.
that mindset, dude.
Yeah. If you take it and you think you're gonna have a boner for 4 hours, you're probably gonna have a boner for 4 hours. It's just a frame of mind.
Yeah,
Kind
it's like
of thing.
tripping.
Just like tripping.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I'm learning a lot about Jake from these podcasts. Adderall, steroids, what's next?
Viagra's
Cocaine.
Viagra's next. Yeah, he's already listed. What's next?
Just put. We make your next protein shake. Just get a Viagra and a Cialis. Half of each.
Wait, what would happen if you took?
What's the Alice?
It's
basically-
another
Another
ED
penis
pill.
drug.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
That's like really playing with it.
Yeah. That's
Dude,
like
I love
some fire.
I love the commercials like late at night for like Viagra and that it's always old men.
Old men.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
old
yeah.
couple
You get
in
ED.
bathtubs.
Most
Yeah.
of them, have ED. They're the like easily marketable ones.
Mm-hmm.
Can
because of
young
that.
people have erectile dysfunction?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
No.
I
No
just didn't know
way.
if it was like an old person thing, like dementia, or I guess
No,
you're
it's
right,
just-
dementia too.
You know, you're reaching an age where your dick stops working.
It just takes a break.
Or at
60
least
years.
the blood flow just ain't there like
Yeah.
it used to be.
Okay. We're gonna wrap up soon. I've got 2 more concepts to touch on. One of them is interesting. The other one is pretty dumb.
Okay.
I'm only giving you one, so name them both, and then we'll decide.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
One's obviously not gonna be it. It's this one. It's just something I thought about.
Get it out.
Microwaving a bowl of gasoline.
Whoa.
What would happen?
That sounds cool.
You couldn't be confident in it.
Explosion. I would-
No.
Do you think a fire would happen?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
You,
You can't be confident.
well, yeah, I don't
No,
know.
definitely it would.
I don't know.
Why?
That could only go poorly.
Right,
I feel
you
like
took,
it
like,
might.
3 years of
I feel like it
chemistry.
might only get hot.
I think it might only get warm. That's what I'm thinking.
Like,
Yeah,
Have
I
you,
mean,
you put a spoon in the microwave.
Oh well, if you put any metal in there,
Yeah.
it'll cause
Yeah.
a fire.
yeah.
So like, why
But
would
we're
you think
just
that,
putting
Why would you
gasoline.
think that the most flammable component to any would be?
That's not
good?
why the
Metal's
spoon's
different.
bad. It's because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
aluminum and
A
the way it
spoon-
reacts to
There's
the
nothing
microwave.
flammable about a spoon.
It would cause a spark, which would ignite the gas.
So make sure there's no
Do you
metal.
think it
there.
would cause the air in the microwave to get super toxic?
Oh, for sure, for sure.
it'd
Yeah.
be potent as shit. Like,
Confident, I bet. Let's try it.
okay.
I bet it'd fuck you up.
I'm glad that's interesting to everybody because I thought that was gonna flop really hard.
No,
that's
no.
cool.
I'm intrigued now.
I really need to talk to a chemist about this.
Because
Because it
if you
sounds
microwave
weird.
water for long enough, does it boil?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
it boils.
But you can boil gasoline, can't you?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, as long as it doesn't actually.
So
She's looking stuff up.
We're looking stuff up. We're gonna look up.
Okay, while she's talking about that, I got my second one. This one is pretty wild. So you know how schizophrenic people they hear voices?
Mhm.
So people who are born deaf and have never heard anything, and they're schizophrenic, they see hands signing.
Really?
Isn't that crazy?
Is that true?
I didn't look into it, but it was. But man, let's talk about it.
I mean, I feel like that's easier
You know
to
that-
ignore than a voice.
You know,
Disembodied hands.
deaf people, like, they actually do have like a voice like inside their head, like when they're like
Yeah.
trying to talk, like when
Yeah.
they're signing, like they have an actual voice inside their head that they think is like their voice.
And they mouth and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
they mouth
they
it,
talk,
but, like, Like it sounds like perfect English in their head, like perfectly.
Yeah.
It
Can't
sounds
know
well,
that.
but like deaf people.
Well, they can.
my sign
They can
language
talk.
teacher was talking
Born
about.
deaf. You can't
They
know
can,
that it sounds like perfect English.
They
because they don't
explain
know
it.
what perfect English sounds like.
Well, if they can articulate or explain it, then I think they can. I have the confidence in somebody who is deaf to be able to explain the inner voice of their head enough. To,
Usually, they have a very clear speaking voice. At least they most people who have described it, they have a really clear speaking voice, and it's almost like a voice like what they would envision themselves talking like if they weren't deaf. And it's pretty interesting.
My sign
It's like a
language-
narrator inside your head.
Okay,
You're just
so
kinda,
this
like, talking.
article seems pretty legit.
Wait, my sign language teacher was talking about how she can say K's at the beginning of a word, but can't say them at the end of a word,
Hmm.
and like she just doesn't know why.
Hmm.
But like
So
you
she
can't
go
hear it.
cackle.
Mm,
She can't say cackle.
It's at like duck. She can't get the k at the end,
Oh.
but she
Like
can
flick?
start it. I guess, yeah. Anything that ends in K.
Truck.
Do you want to go through a lot of words?
That
Okay.
was my plan.
So it's the article's on the University College in London. So it's like academic.
Well, like
Do they have any papers on gasoline in a microwave?
But they also said that people who are blind
See colors?
can't experience schizophrenia.
really.
Yeah,
Oh, I think I've heard that.
almost some validation.
That's really weird.
That's interesting.
Because like to them,
I mean,
every voice is inside their head.
Yeah.
I think that's how they may have found out like where the abnormality is in schizophrenic people by finding out that like blind people. Because I think people that have schizophrenia that go blind, I think have the possibility of
Being cured.
yeah.
That's crazy.
So they
Not
started
always.
a new
Oh,
medical
man.
treatment where they just poke your
Well,
eyes.
it's not always.
No, it's not even medical. It's just schizophrenic people clawing their eyeballs out. Yeah.
It's not guaranteed
Mhm.
to happen.
tell me that now? After I cloud on my eyeballs?
But I think like that's like the only time they've seen it like go away and people.
It's pretty interesting though that blind
Okay,
people
I found it. Microwave me. Gasoline.
seem to
Oh, okay, cool. Okay,
not
well,
be schizophrenic.
we're about to find out.
Stop talking about this. It's much more important.
Oh,
gasoline
good! It's a
things.
YouTube video.
I hope it just gets warm. I really hope it does
Me
just
too.
get warm.
I saw fire. I saw fire in the thumbnail.
That might have been a different video.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Oh,
We got too
man.
far and I saw fire.
What? Okay, yeah, it's fine.
Oh.
Aw.
What
Sparks a
buzz?
lot.
What's he got in there with it?
Yeah,
It's good.
yeah, I'm
It's
seeing
a solo
sparks.
cup.
I don't know. It might be the solo cup.
That's why it's for fire. Cause
He's
solo
microwaving
cup.
Everybody knows you burn your house down if you microwave a solo cup.
The question was bowl.
No, solo cups are
We have no
malleable.
answers.
Ceramic bowl.
We have no answers here.
Send him a DM. I have a
Okay.
complaint about your microwave gasoline video.
Okay, so our questions have been answered. I'm upset to admit that gasoline does catch on fire when you microwave it.
They
It's
might
not-
be putting aluminum in the gasoline, like as a.
The entire
distillate.
microwave
Man,
is like
plastic-
melting too.
Plastic will catch on fire.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine the Microwave Me YouTube channel has gone through quite a few microwaves. All right, we're
Man,
not.
this is just a really cool channel about all your curiosities about microwaves.
All
It's
right.
like, will it blend?
Pretty good.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna wrap
There's a
up.
blender here too.
Microwaving a blender?
No,
That's
blending
kinda
1,000 staples.
Oh,
Whoa.
that doesn't sound that interesting.
Yeah, actually.
Blender destruction. That's what it says afterwards. So.
But thanks for tuning in to Super Casual Bros.
Yep. Thanks.
We had some interesting conversation today.
Yeah.
I thought so. I liked it.
Some topics that.
You
Yeah,
super
yeah,
enjoyed that
yeah.
gasoline thing mostly, but.
Yeah, I'm pretty upset about it.
Mm.
But I'm glad I got an answer. That was something I almost thought I would never ever get an answer to. So big
And
big
look at
shouts
you,
out
yeah.
to the Microwave Me YouTube channel.
We'll put a link in the description below.
definitely.
Hit the bell.
Ding.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next Tuesday.
Keep it cash.
Keep it cash.